Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. I hope I've reached you in a positive moment. For those of you that are joining for the first time, this channel is specifically my experience with small business and whatever I can do to help you start, run, and grow your small business. Now, today I want to talk about a topic that's in the news. Mr. T.I., I will say, I do like some of the music. Um, and it, how does this relate to small business? He's in the news right now for talking about his daughter and checking her hymen and going to the doctor with her. So this is a perfect example, in my opinion, of oversharing. Sometimes when you have a platform and you're trying to connect with people, you're trying to be more human, you want to maybe come down to a level of humanness. And in your mind, sharing something personal for the world is, your way of doing that. And he has a podcast now, and so, he's talking. This is where think before you speak. I would even go as far as to say, even have a script. Even when I'm on here, I don't really necessarily have a script. I don't sit here and write word for word what I'm going to say. But I think you should analyze the words that's coming out of your mouth, like in your head, and give yourself time to analyze it, right? Will this hurt his brand? How would this affect him? I personally think that it will affect him a lot. I see the backlash already online. They're coming at him. Now, his brand is pretty strong. You have some diehard TI fans, and you have fathers that have done this. They would never admit to doing this, but, in a public space, but you have fathers and mothers and aunties and grandmas and all types of folks that have done this. This is not like a new thing. How I feel about it is cringe worthy. In my opinion, it is cringe worthy that he said this out of his mouth. That he's done, not even just that he said it, that he actually did this thing. I'm surprised the doctor past 18. I don't know how old the young lady is, but I'm surprised that the doctor disclosed her personal information. So think before you speak. If you have a business, you're selling chicken, you're doing eyelashes, I'm not trying to diminish your business to something mediocre, but whatever your business is, you have a boutique, you have a dog walking business. Maybe you want to share personal stories in regards to what you are doing in business. I can definitely see that. Say for instance, you have a dog walking business and you had a dog that passed away, and you share that story about the dog that passed away. That's personal, that's to the level, and then it's to the topic of business. Now, TI's brand is, clothes, rap, and just himself. And they have a reality show where they have their whole life out there for the world to see. But still, you want to keep it on topic. You want to, if it's something about your brand, building your brand, it's okay to be personal and share something personal, but make sure it relates to your brand. So say for instance, you're helping battered women and you have a non-for-profit doing this, and you share a story out in the public sphere in regards to domestic violence or something that you've went through personally. I can see that. But say for instance, you go as far as incriminating yourself to say that you've taken revenge, or I've done this to someone's car, I've done this physically to someone. Okay, you're incriminating yourself in a crime. Um, you're oversharing. So don't just, be very, very careful, because once you tarnish that brand, once you tear it down, and if you're the brand, you are the brand, it could be difficult, if not impossible, to rebuild from that. You're going to have a lot of women that will never, ever, ever forget this and will never, ever, ever support him or any of his albums, music, clothes, shows, nothing. And it even goes as far as to affect any family brand that he may be trying to do. You know, people are going to be looking at the mom like, where were you when this man was, invading your daughter's privacy? Okay. So it's not even just affecting him, it's affecting even his family, the entire family brand, if they wanted to do anything. And you have some people that will gravitate to him and say, hey, I have shared these same views. I was too scared to say anything. So will it hurt him? I don't know. We'll have to see. Only time will tell. But going forward in your small business, if you have some type of online platform, social media that you're using, and you choose to get personal, make sure it relates directly to what you're doing in business. And if it does not, I would maybe keep it to yourself, tell your counselor, your pastor, work through it super personal on a personal level, because look at Papa John's. Look at some of these examples of people that have said things out in the open and they can't take it back. Okay? So until next time, I hope everything you touch turns to gold.